What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2024 Kubota Tractor 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series says at Kansas Speedway, the 1.5-mile racetrack that puts on some really solid and great racing, multiple grooves, multiple lanes, and multiple opportunities to make passes throughout the event and to be able to create some fantastic and great racing as well. The last time we ran at Kansas Speedway earlier this year, we saw Corey Heim pick up his second victory of the 2024 season. He's looking to pick up his sixth win of 2024 this weekend at Kansas Speedway. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is very interesting. It's going to be 74 degrees high with 58 degrees all day, only a 50% chance of rain with showers in the area. But the weather does improve as the day progresses and goes on, so there's a chance and possibility that all this rain could be gone by the time we go racing. Hopefully the weather can clear up so we can go ahead and race on Friday night. Let's now take a look at the playoff standings as we go into the final race of the round of 10, which will decide the 8 drivers who will go to the round of 8. So Christian Eck is up by 95 points. He's locked into the next round. Corey Heim's 80 points above the cutoff line. He's locked into the next round. You also Nick Sanchez, 63 ahead. He's pretty much guaranteed in the next round. Ty Majeski's 58 points ahead. Raj Krupp is 35 points up. Tyler Ankers 25 up. Taylor Gray is 23 up. And Grant Finger is 7 points above the cutoff line, while Daniel Dye is 7 below, and Ben Rose is 12 below. I think that both drivers below the cutoff line, unfortunately, will not advance to the round of 8. I think the 8 guys above most likely are going to end up advancing. So now, finally, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who will not have a good run this weekend at Kansas Speedway. 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a good run who I think will have a good run this weekend are really good at this type of track. And I do my winner's pick, the driver thinks is going to win the race overall, and I have drivers to watch out for, and usually for the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series, I got 4 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the Kubota Tractor 200? My first suck pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is a driver of the 88 truck for Thorsport Racing, Matt Crafton. Now, Matt Crafton does have a couple wins here at Kansas Speedway, but that last win came in 2020. And I'm going to be real and honest, the 88 team has been way too inconsistent throughout this whole entire season. I don't trust the 88 team to make it, unfortunately, and have a really good run. I think he's likely going to finish outside the top 10, and probably, honestly, outside of the top 15. The Truck Series has gotten a lot more competitive in recent years, and I feel like Matt Crafton, with his age, it's really starting to catch up to him, unfortunately. I unfortunately do not think he'll have the speed. I think Matt Crafton, unfortunately, will end up struggling this weekend at Kansas Speedway. My second suck pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is the driver of the 15 truck for Tricon Garage, Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray's had some really solid runs throughout the 2024 season. However, I really don't trust Tanner Gray to make it past and do a good job, unfortunately. I think he's not going to run that well. I don't think the pace and speed is going to be there for him to get 10. I think he'll finish outside the top 10. While I think he's got a good chance and opportunity to win the ARCA race at Kansas Speedway, I sadly don't think he's going to have the pace and speed to contend. I think he will struggle, unfortunately, and I don't see Tanner Gray contending. I think he does not have a good run and will finish near the back of the pack, most likely, this weekend at Kansas Speedway in the Truck Series. And now we'll go ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the Kubota Tractor 200. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is the driver of the 1 truck for Tricon Garage, Brendan Butterbean Queen. Brendan is making, I think, his second ever intermediate start in his NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series career. And when he ran in North Wilkesboro earlier this year, he was super impressive, finishing inside the top 5. I think he's going to have a chance to get in our top 5. This 1 truck has been fast at times. Chris Bell had a shot to run well here earlier this year. Same with Brett Moffitt. I think Brendan's going to have a really solid run. I think he's been very impressive in the select starts he's had so far in 2024. I think Brendan Butterbean Queen will have a really strong chance and opportunity for a pretty good run with the 1 team this weekend at Kansas Speedway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is the driver of the 45 truck for Nice Motorsports, Caden Honeycutt. Caden Honeycutt, last time he ran here at Kansas Speedway, he was very, very quick. Ran top 5 a lot of the event and had a truck capable of going to victory lane before, unfortunately, I believe, having an issue on pit road. I think he's going to contend for a top 5 at least this weekend once again. The 45 truck has been the best, fastest truck a lot of times for Nice Motorsports throughout this year. I think he's going to be really, really fast, and I think that Caden Honeycutt will contend for a very strong run for sure this weekend at Kansas Speedway with the 45 team at Kansas. And now we'll go ahead and jump onto the winner's pick for the Kubota Tractor 200. Who is my winner's pick? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend at Kansas Speedway has won the most races so far in the Craftsman Truck Series so far this year, but this guy has not won since Pocono. I think that's going to change this weekend. The driver I'm picking to win this weekend at Kansas is the driver of the 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim. I think Corey Heim's going to get back to victory lane and get a 6th win of 2024. Corey Heim has been super fast at Kansas throughout his whole entire Truck Series career. He almost won here in 2023, but got beat by Grant Enfinger at the end of the day. And I think the 11 team has been pretty fast at times, and they're just coming off of finishing runner-up this past week at Bristol Motor Speedway. I think he's going to be fast, and I think he will be a contender for sure this weekend at Kansas Speedway. He's my pick to get his 6th win of 2024 this weekend at Kansas. And now we'll go ahead and jump on to the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Kansas. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend at Kansas is the driver of the 19 truck for McAnally Hilgeman Racing, Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes has been super consistent throughout the 2024 season. If I remember correctly, he won the fall race last time we were here. I think he's going to be very fast this weekend. The 19 team does have the pace and speed on a week-by-week basis, and they did finish in the top 5 most recently. I think he's got a really good chance at an opportunity, and it would not surprise or shock me if somehow Christian Eckes finds his way to victory lane and gets his 4th win of 2024 this weekend at Kansas Speedway. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Kansas is the driver to 71 truck for Spire Motorsports, Raja Karuf. Raj Karuf is coming off having a really strong run at Bristol Motor Speedway, where he finished, I believe, in 3rd position and almost finished in a runner-up position. And last time he ran at Kansas Speedway, he had some really good pace and speed, and a track kind of similar to this like Nashville, he also finished inside the top 5. I think Raj is going to have speed. They have a lot more speed recently. He gained a lot of points on the cutoff line. I think Raj Karuf will have a pretty strong, good run this weekend at Kansas Speedway. Track being similar to Vegas, of course, he did win there earlier this year. I could see him getting it done this weekend for sure. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is the driver to 38 truck for Farmer Motorsports, Lane Riggs. While Lane Riggs got into some beef, I believe, earlier this year at this track, Lane Riggs has been on fire. In the last 6 Truck Series races, he's had 5 top 5 finishes. Now, yes, they've been on shorter ovals, and yes, back-to-back wins, of course, have come on shorter ovals. But he's got a lot of momentum right now, and I think the momentum is going to continue swinging toward his direction. I think he's going to have a really strong run. The 38 team's been really good here in the past at this track. I would not be surprised or shocked if Lane Riggs does, in fact, go 3 in a row this weekend at Kansas Speedway. I could see him definitely going to victory lane. And the fourth final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is the driver of the 2 truck for Rev Racing, Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez has been very consistent throughout the whole entire season, and he did have a pretty good run this past weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway, where he pretty much now has locked his way into the round of 8. I think he's going to be super quick this week, and the 2 team had a shot to win at Kansas earlier this year, and I do think Nick Sanchez is going to be very solid. I think we'll have a pretty good and fantastic run for sure this weekend at Kansas Speedway. So those are my race picks for the Kubota Tractor 200 at Kansas. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Matt Kraft and Tanner Gray. My underdog picks are Brendan Butterbean Queen, Caden Honeycutt. My winner's pick is Corey Heim. And the ones to watch out for, Christian Eckes, Roger Kroof, Lane Riggs, and Nick Sanchez. Those are my race picks. So that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2024 Kubota Tractor 200 at Kansas Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Link description below that, and comment your picks below for this weekend at Kansas. Let me know your suck picks, let me know your underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know your drivers you're watching out for Kansas. Let me know your picks in the comments below. There won't be any more videos most likely dropping on the channel later today. Tomorrow you'll see NASCAR news videos, discuss news over the course of the last couple days, and we'll also have Xfinity Series race picks for Kansas, and then on Thursday, Thursday, we'll have Cup Series race picks and also the paint scheme video as well. And then Friday, there should be a NASCAR news video along with the Truck Series race review as well. Got a lot of great content dropping that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.